What's up, fam? Elijah Scheidler here, and welcome back to another episode of EXTOL WE. And this week, Jordan, Dustin, and myself are the extras, and Jesus is our ordinary. Friends, the videos that went live this last week were Encouragement Creativity, which I watched 33 times in the dark by myself, which we will find out why. I'm so fascinated with that. I connected 3.5 years ago in the past to Deception in Honor. Friends, the video that I watched back in 2022 from Jordan for the creative who needs encouragement, which I've listed up above, go watch it, comment, and like. The very end of the video that she says, "You are a gift to someone." Jordan, I want to honor you that you have been that gift to me, that every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights, who does not change like shifting shadows. And gifts rightly received from the giver are purposed to connect the heart of the receiver to the one who gave it. I'm so grateful for you over the years that the grace overflowing your life from our Father has so fully cemented my heart to His. And I bless you in the mighty name of Jesus. Friends, God has given each one of us a race of faith that we are to run forward with perseverance that is marked out for each one of us. As you move forward in life, if you're not looking for the markers that are laying out your race, you're not running a race, you're just running in circles, expending energy, tiring yourself out. A race coordinator marks a race in such a way that the markers help to guide the path so that you know where to run, where to expend your energy for a purpose to get to your finish line. Race coordinators also lay out races to help encourage runners on their race. How far have I come? How much is left? And that if the race coordinator has done a good job and is kind and loving and knows our needs before we ask, that they put the markers in such a way that when you get to it, that you can look forward, and if you're paying attention, you can see the one that is set out before you. They've run from this one to this one so that it will keep you in the race marked out for you. Now, friends, it's been so beautiful over the years getting to see these individual markers that keep crisscrossing back and forth in this testimony of God's goodness being revealed through Jordan and my individual races of faith. Friends, as I celebrate in the previous video that we both started out from the same place on February 17th, 2020. And when I made my video for her, Encouragement in Creativity, that there was a 7 times video differential between the videos that she had created and what I had created. As I edited that video, that God then gave me another marker that was so much encouraging that I calculated the amount of time from the very first time that I had seen one of Jordan's videos to when I was editing my video for her, and that it had been 5 years, 6 months, 16 days, which is a total of 2026, which I found so encouraging because I knew that that video was going to go live for her on Sunday, February 1st, 2026. It was this beautiful sip of living water to give me electrolytes and hydration on my marathon of a race. I crumpled up my cup, threw it on the ground, kept on running. Friends, as I came into this era and began to look at all of the things that God had done, I sent the email off to Jordan and said, "Jordan, I have encouragement for you that's coming likewise. I don't want to call it yet. I want to give it the full 24 hours left to Sunday, February 1st, 2026 at 10:50 a.m. MST to see what God will do in His fullness." And as I declared, and His testimony has proved, that He very often does His most amazing works of glory in the 11th hour. Getting ready for this video, factoring in all of the points of testimony to reveal the goodness of Jesus, that a clear testimony of Jesus is the very spirit of prophecy. And so in gathering all of the data points of crisscrossing to honor Jesus, that I had forgotten here 2 weeks ago, that I had posted episode 123, 123. And I was just so overjoyed when I went to create the file to edit my video. I was like, episode 123, I wasn't even tracking that. It was such a blessing to my heart to see how I got to share that episode with my encouragement for Bill. That the lesson that God taught me was, it doesn't matter how far you've run your race. It doesn't matter how much grace and favor and success that God has poured out on your life. It never gets any harder than the next step of faith. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3, listen to my word and obey me. Friends, it was so encouraging. And I went back and wrote that down because I didn't want to forget it. Then immediately I went over to then Jordan's channel that I wanted to listen to some of her key videos that I've so resonated with over the years. When I went to her video, 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. In that video, she just pours out her heart, how it's not numbers and metrics. It's not 10,000 subscribers. It's 10,000 people. And she doesn't want her channel to just be about her. Said, I don't want it to be about me. I want it to be about us. And it so resonated with my heart because I've said we're in a we disciple us process that reveals that family is the most powerful algorithm. So friends, as I went back to remind myself of the truths that she declared in that video, I went to touch the icon on her channel and saw, holy smokes, her video is 3 minutes and 21 seconds long. Friends, I just about lost my mind. I'm jumping around. I was doing investigation for a client hiking over their property. This beautiful property with acreage and the peaks. And I was just cresting over the top of this ridge. And I had gotten cell service. Punched her video, saw it was 3:21. I'm just standing in awe of God. I just passed episode 123 on Extol We, and here is her video speaking in her heart. That's 3:21. Jesus, you're so good, but I didn't know just quite how good. I wanted to then calculate as I came into this video again, how many videos had she made that were live on hers, and how many videos did I end out total with on Extraordinary Life with Elijah? Friends, because of the interconnected races of Jordan and myself, I was motivated to go to my channel to look and see how many videos I had, and YouTube told me that is proclaiming to the world, Elijah has posted 321 videos on his YouTube channel. Friends, out of that then, the video that is 321st on my channel is Jordan's video, Encouragement in Creativity. Friends, it's absolutely mind-blowing. The goodness of Jesus revealed in the movements of his glory expressed through the good works that he has placed within his individual children. I was then very, very motivated to go over to Jordan's wall to see how many videos she had posted. And friends, as of February 4th, 2026, as I'm making this video for you, Jordan has posted live to her channel 66 videos. Remember, I watched her video in the dark 33 times, allowing God to instruct my heart through the testimonies of what he had done to build me up in the testimonies of his goodness, and that his past faithfulness demands my current trust, building myself up in the testimonies of the Lord's faithfulness and interceding for Jordan that he would give her encouragement, strengthening, and refreshment. And here she has 66 videos. Friends, as I was leading into this time period, that I went back and watched some other videos on her channel. And it's the video that she posted for herself from her 24th birthday. And on the title screen that she says, November 11th. Now, friends, oh my goodness, Jesus, you are so amazing. As you know, that I made my video for my halfway point of making 7 years worth of videos in the dark over a 3.5 year period, that I got to record it on my grandfather's land, which is 11 acres that he paid $11,000 for on November 11th, 11/11, which was Remembrance Day. And all of my videos started with my very first video on Friday, February 14th, 2020, called In Loving Remembrance. Friends, when I saw that Jordan's birthday is on November 11th, that's my comment. I was like, of course your birthday is on November 11th. Why wouldn't it be? That year is 66 videos posted on her wall as I'm making this video for you, celebrating the goodness of God revealed in his people. I went to then find out, how many videos are we talking about here, Jesus? Friends, the video that went live at the halfway point, posted on May 18th, 2025, and is called We're Halfway There. Now, before I scroll back 3.5 years worth of my content in the back end of my YouTube page, we have to go down here to the bottom corner, and you'll see that it says 1 of 50 of 529 videos. Immediately, I whipped out my calculator and said, what is 529 divided by 66? And it comes to 8.0151515151515 continuous. I like things that are close, but I don't like close. I like exact. I said, Father, that is really wild. And that's when he said, let's go 3.5 years ago in the past and see what we find together. I'm not going to scroll backwards through all of my pages because there's lots of things that are still yet to come that you're not allowed to see. Park it here right at the video that is connected 3.5 years ago in the past to We're Halfway There. And you'll see that it says, me and my Father. And it posted live on November 16th, 2021. Immediately below that video, you'll see another video entitled We're Halfway There within all caps that says, delete this one. Friends, my agreement with Jesus was that as I made my videos, when we got to the next portion of the week where it was time to do the next video, the past was in the past. There was no more modifications. I could not upload, change, modify, delete any of the videos. And so just before that deadline, I was watching my video back, my mind absolutely blown in the goodness of God when I saw I had made a massive editing error in my video. We're halfway there. I jumped onto Premiere Pro, made the edit, exported it, uploaded it to my channel, and just made the deadline that when it went live. After that, I was like, Father, what do I do? I want to take this off so it keeps a nice clean timeline. But I was like, Father, I don't know which one it is. I'm so petrified. I don't want to delete the right one and have the wrong one up there. And so friends, I watched them over and over, back and forth, until I finally figured out which one it was and then typed into the comments, delete this one, but then just forgot. When you take that video out of the mix, you delete it from the numbers and you divide 528 by 66. It is exactly 8 times the number of videos that Jordan has produced. Friends, that is absolutely mind-blowing. That at the point when I made her video for her, encouragement in creativity, in response to her encouragement to me, that there would be a 7 times multiplication differential between our 2 posted videos. And that then at the end of it all, on February 4th, 2026, while I'm making this video for you, that there would be an 8-time differential that's beyond the ability to comprehend the complexity of God revealing his glory through his children's childlikeness. As I came back over to Jordan's wall, just in awe of God and his goodness, that then the video that is at the top of her heading, her last video that she posted, said, I asked 8 filmmakers the same question: why do you make videos? Then I looked down to the video of her and her husband Micah making their raised vegetable boxes that says 888 views. That then her Hey Artless video is 131, a balanced number. And then I took the screenshot at 310, and that her video that says, honestly, same, is 3 minutes, 10 seconds long. And the video just below that is 22:22. And now when I took the screenshot of showing that she was video 321, that I took the screenshot at 4:34. Friends, it's the absolute overwhelming goodness of a good Father who is showing through overwhelming testimony the markers on the race of faith of the pace and the grace in the space with the face of all the rhyming ace words, showing his goodness of, look at my kids running the race that I have set out for them to run, not for anyone else, just for them. But look at what I'm doing to encourage them. Friends, then as I watched my video that I had with my friend Dustin of deception in honor, that God just began to pour out into my heart these beautiful truths of the importance of honor in our community of faith. Honor compensates the character of God reproduced through his children. It's this process of how when God gives talents to his children and they walk in it with their faithful responsibility to see it multiplied into the lives of others, that then we come back with testimonies of what God's grace has done in our lives. I'm coming back to you, Jordan, to pay you the honor that is due to you. Now, when we have due wages, that if we don't pay those to one another, that creates a culture of injustice. James says that the wages that you owe the workers in your field, that you are hoarding, cry out against you. Elsewhere, it says that your gold and silver, its corrosion, will testify against you and eat your flesh like fire. Friends, when we don't give honor to one another, that is due to one another, that we're withholding the rightful wages that are coming back to faithful workers that they can then take and to give to Jesus in their accountability to say, Jesus, you gave me this grace in my life. I've faithfully ministered it to others. They came back and testified what is done in their lives. And here and now, Jesus, I give you this fruitfulness in honor of who you are. And so, friends, this has grown into such a beautiful reality in that as we come to one another with honor, that we are bearing a personal testimony back to them as a gift of what God's grace has done in our life through them. The beauty of my life with Jordan's is that I get to stand before you all on a world stage and testify of God's faithfulness to sustain me in my journey of faith. Honor can only exist, though, within parties of at least two people. You can't honor yourself. You can only bear testimony to God's faithfulness in your own life and to honor him as being faithful. Therefore, honor can only be expressed to one another as a testimony of what God's grace has done in my life through your life, Jordan. Honor compensates God's character reproduced through his children, and it imparts a personal testimony to others that they then get to take to Jesus as honor to him. Honor multiplies the fruitfulness and the effectiveness of testimony to bear honor backwards to the glory of God's goodness. Friends, in this last journal entry from today, this is my last page, as far as I've gotten with my pry bar of a pen, opening my soul to learn of the glories of God's contained therein, that radical honor calculates the root of all testimony factored into the equation of God's multiplied glory. It's simple kingdom economics. Truly, it is, as I serve to please God's heart with the exercise of my gifts, imparts grace to others to know of the Father's goodness expressed to, in, and through them to me and others. When you factor in all of these testimonies as honor released to everyone around you as being greater than yourself, honoring them as the fountainhead of empowering grace from which one's multiplied excess of success has flowed, it all leads to radical honor that calculates the root of all things as God our Father through Jesus in the power of his Spirit. Simple kingdom economics. It definitely maths out. So friends, my encouragement to you is that as Jordan has set out on the race and the grace and the pace and the space of the things that God has for her to do that are her good works, and that as I have set out on my race and pace and space and grace of the good works that God has given me to do, while they're expressing themselves at different rates with different glories and different expressions and different rates, that I only have 136 subscribers after 6 years, and that the largest majority of all of the views on all of my videos have come from this guy. That Jordan has over 12,000 subscribers on her channel, has 66 live videos, but that all of her videos have thousands of views per video. That there's a different race and a space and a grace that God has for us. And so my encouragement to you is that you would not look around and allow comparison to rob your joy. That as we each faithfully carry out the good works that God has given each one of us to do, it imparts overwhelming testimony of grace to one another that factors in all of the markers and the moments of life together, that leads to this one conclusion. We have a good Father who knows our needs before we even ask. That before one of us were made, that Jesus was the Lamb of God slain as the solution to man's greatest problem. He who gave up his one and only Son for us all, how will he not together with him grant us all things? That in his love expressed ultimately through the sacrifice of his life for us all, that he can be trusted. That as he invites each one of us to return to him, to accept the gift of his Son, and to be restored to right relationship with the Father, the beauty of it is that each one of us can serve to please the Father's heart through the exercise of our gifts, to impart grace to others that they may know the Father more, continue in their journey, and impart grace to us that we can know the Father more. Jordan, I'm so grateful for the continued perseverance in your race of faith before our Father. I'm so grateful for the insights that I have gleaned of him through you, and bless you again in Jesus' name. So if you subscribe to what I am doing, then hit the button, hit it, and then hit the bell as well, so you get notified with the new content. I am a content creator. And if you love this video, you didn't just like it, you're like, oh, that was neat, I like that. No, you loved it, then hit the thumbs down button. I pray blessings on all of our lives together. I love you guys lots, and I will see you in the next video.